Hey everybody, RetroPie guy here. Today I'm going to show you guys around and do a full review of the Pizen cooling fan case for the Raspberry Pi 4 computer board from ElectroCookie. So let's get started. Alright, so now that we have everything fully installed on here, I want to just point out the key features. We have full access to all of our ports right here, power supply, dual micro HDMI ports, as well as our audio jack. All fully accessible, recessed in, so if we were to slide our finger down here, we just glide right past everything. No risk of snagging or catching any of these on, controllers or the edge of our desk or anything that's going to potentially snag them and do any type of damage. We have really nice layout here for the cooling fan. Really nice slots and everything so we get good airflow. If we bring this over to the side now, you can see we have full access to a micro SD card slot on the side here, so we can see micro SD cards will slide in right there. The cutout is large here, so even if you have big fingers, you can easily access everything through the side. Flipping this over here, full access to all of our pins. Label makes it super convenient, so if we need to plug into a certain one, we can just check the little map here and know exactly where we need to plug in. Great ventilation over here, so we get a steady flow of airflow through, the back to the front and vice versa. Over here on the side, you can see that we have full access to all of our USB ports and our Ethernet connections. So we have our 2 regular USBs and 2 USB 3s and Ethernet right here. Again, very easy to access all of these. And just the overall layout of this is really sharp. So I'm going to actually plug into this. First thing I'm going to do is take my micro HDMI cable, connect that. I'm going into the connection port here that is closest to the power supply. And then I'm going to plug right into that power supply here. You're going to notice that the lights fire up. Now I am in a pretty well lit room right now, so it's hard to see all the light action that we'll have in here. I will actually cut the lights behind me so you can see that a little bit better. So you can see now that the lights change every few seconds here on the cooling fan. So right now we have a blue. It is a little bit hard to see this in a video, but it goes from a blue to like a purple. And then it's going to start to go orange and then to red. So it just cycles through all these different colors. So it does look really sharp. Obviously, if you're gaming kind of in a dimly lit room or dark room, this is going to look really sharp. It also lights up the Pizen logo over here, which is really cool since this is a tinted, plexiglass sort of setup. Over here on the backhand side, same thing. We're going to have the same lights accessible from the back side too. This is the side you probably wouldn't have visible to you, but it does kind of create a cool effect. If you have this up against the wall, it'll highlight the wall with those different color highlights. So all in all, really a sharp layout here. Really like the design. I think this keeps everything really cool. It's consistently running, so if you're gaming on this, which is what I primarily use my Raspberry Pi for, then you're going to steadily stay proactive and not have to worry about your Raspberry Pi overheating as you get into some of those more challenging games and game collections. All right, so we took a closer look at the Pizen cooling fan case here, and I have to say that it is high quality across the board. I've dealt with a lot of cooling fan cases over the years, and while they all pretty much do the same job, they aren't necessarily the same quality. So you can get a really cheap cooling fan case for about anywhere from like $8 to $15 on average. And for the most part, they run extremely well. But that doesn't mean that the parts that are used are high quality. So you oftentimes do run into issues where the fan eventually craps out or the connections just deteriorate over time. That's not the case here. All the different connections, screws, everything about this is really high quality, and I could see this lasting for an extremely long time. The casing is all aluminum, so it's super high quality there. A lot of the other ones out there that are cheaper than this are plastic. Plastic obviously is prone to breaking. If you drop it from even just a couple feet, like say from a desk to the floor, you're usually going to have something or multiple things break off. That's not the case here. Super durable. You could drop this off your desk and not have any issues whatsoever. Not that if you started, throwing it around and getting rough with it, it's not going to break in some way, but definitely a little bit more protected than some of the cheaper options out there for cooling fan cases. I also really love the airflow on here. Airflow is one of those things that, yes, you have a cooling fan that's consistently spinning in most cooling fan cases, but airflow isn't always the same from different fan to different fan or different case to case. So here we have a steady airflow as well as the fan consistently, obviously moving around. So really nice design here. They really thought about the best way to deliver the highest level of performance for that cooling fan. So that's definitely another bonus here. And the other thing that is awesome about this, and not necessarily the most important thing, is the appearance. Obviously, I always put performance over appearance, but if you have both, that's just an added bonus. Love the fact that we have that rotation of different LED lights that go on with the cooling fan. So if we're in a dimly lit room or a dark room for gaming, that's a really cool feature to have. Just adds a little curb appeal to it. Definitely nice to have on both sides, because even the other side that you're probably not going to have facing you, it does kind of project those lights onto like the wall, and it just really looks quite cool. So like I said before, not super important, but it is an added bonus. So definitely recommend this product. So I'm going to put a direct link over to this product in the description of this video. So if you want some additional information, just jump down to the description of this video, click over, and you'll be able to get any additional information that you need on this Pizen product. I'm also going to put a link in the description of this video to a setup tutorial that's going to walk you through how to actually set up this cooling fan case and how to install your Raspberry Pi 4 inside of it. So that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, smash the like button for me. Be sure to subscribe to the RetroPie Guy YouTube channel. I do a ton of videos on here based around retro gaming, product reviews like this one, gameplay demos, tutorials, forgotten favorites series every Monday and Thursday night. Just a ton of great content on here. So definitely subscribe if you haven't already. If you haven't, just click the bottom right corner of this video and be instantly subscribed and in the loop for all future videos. That's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for your time.